Alina had always believed in love with the kind that made your heart race and your world brighter. When she met Daniel, she thought she had finally found it. His charm, his wit, the way he made her feel like the only person in the room. It was intoxicating. But love, she learned, can be the sharpest blade. One rainy evening, she walked into the coffee shop they used to visit together. She froze. Daniel was there, holding hands with another woman, laughing, whispering, like they used to. The worst part, he saw her, and didn't even flinch. That night, as she lay in bed replaying every moment of their relationship, she saw it all clearly. The late night work calls, the sudden disappearances, the unexplained receipts. She had been the fool in his story, and he had been writing it behind her back. But not anymore. Step 1. The disguise. Alina didn't confront him immediately. She knew that anger burned hot and fast, but revenge needed to be cold, calculated, and perfect. She created a fake social media profile under the name Sophie Hart. Sophie was everything Daniel couldn't resist: adventurous, flirtatious, and just a little mysterious. It didn't take long. Within 2 weeks, Daniel was messaging Sophie, telling her about his lonely nights and boring girlfriend. He didn't know he was talking to the woman he had betrayed. Step 2. The trap. Through Sophie, Alina learned everything: his upcoming business trip, the hotels he stayed at, the clients he was meeting, and the lies he was telling everyone around him. She gathered screenshots, call recordings, and even a few compromising photos he had sent. Every piece was another nail in his coffin. But she wanted more than to just expose him. She wanted him to lose everything he valued. Step 3. The fall. Daniel prided himself on his career. He was up for a major promotion at his company, and the announcement was coming soon. Alina knew exactly where to strike. On the day of the big corporate conference, Alina walked in dressed sharply, holding an envelope. She approached the CEO, a stern woman with no tolerance for dishonesty, and handed her the evidence. "I thought you should know what your employee has been doing during work trips," she said. The CEO's eyes darkened as she scanned the material. Step 4. Public humiliation. That evening, Daniel was called on stage to speak. The crowd applauded. Cameras flashed. But before he could open his mouth, the CEO interrupted. She pulled up a slideshow on the big screen, and every damning photo, every flirtatious message to Sophie, every proof of his misconduct appeared for all to see. Gasps filled the room. Phones recorded everything. Daniel's confident smile vanished, replaced with the pale face of a man whose world had just collapsed. By the end of the night, he had no job, no promotion, and no reputation left. Step 5. The final blow. Days later, Daniel called Alina, his voice trembling. You did this to me, didn't you?" She smiled, even though he couldn't see it. "You did it to yourself, Daniel. I just made me sure the world saw it." He tried to beg, to apologize, to explain. But she hung up, deleting his number forever. Alina didn't need him to suffer endlessly. She just needed him to know that she was not the kind of woman who stayed broken. She had rebuilt herself, stronger than before, while he had destroyed himself with his own greed. Epilogue. Months later, Alina sat in the same coffee shop where it had all begun. The rain tapped gently against the window. She opened her laptop and started writing. Not love letters this time, but her own story. A story about betrayal, resilience, and the quiet satisfaction of justice served cold. And somewhere across town, Daniel was still trying to piece his life Back together, haunted by the day, he realized the woman he underestimated had been the one holding the strings all along. Moral: never mistake kindness for weakness. Sometimes, the sweetest smile hides the sharpest mind.